Hey you guys, what up? It's your boy Ty. I have been gone for a long periodically time. Life has been lifing. As far as the podcast goes, I really don't know. I don't know. For both of us, I don't know. But we're here today, and I just been like in the RHOA, yeah, streets, and I was like, I want to tackle this conversation. I wish I had started reviewing like a couple episodes ago, but whatever. We're gonna start off on episode 9. Just to give my quick synopsis, this is the closest any of us have felt excited for Real Housewives of Atlanta's, whether or not y'all like the cast they have, since Kenya and Nene were on. Like it's been a very long time that RHOA has created this much conversation. So shout out to the newbies. I feel like if anybody's being real with themselves, there's, y'all want to get rid of the newbies, but that's all y'all talking about. Ain't nobody talking about the OGs like that, unless they're in conflict with the newbies. But with that being said, I want to start off by saying we can agree to disagree. I had this lovely exchange that I'm going to put up right here with one of my mutuals on Twitter about the whole Kenya Portia situation back in season 6, the reunion. For me, as I stated on there, if this was not a continued behavior of hers, then we might could argue the provocation of Kenya. But being that she's been in, 5 or 6 physical altercations, one of which was on her fucking spinoff in Mexico, in a foreign country, where she wanted her black baby daddy to get locked up. She throwing plates and Bravo equipment and shit. Like, yeah, no, she's a fighter. As soon as she can't handle you with the words and gets frustrated, the same way she was getting with Kelly, that's what Portia is going to do. She's going to get violent.
I don't play them games. I got whips, pistols, everything.
But nonetheless, we agreed to disagree and we moved on. With that being said, because I see y'all in these comments and these reviews, and baby, it ain't enough for me to block somebody. We can go back and forth. We can get, passionate. It's a show we care about. RHOA, quite frankly, built a lot of Bravo as far as the viewership, as far as the show that was at one point pulling in, 4 million views live, if I'm not mistaken, if not close to, back when cable television was still a thing. So, we got to give, RHOA their props, if nothing else. But with that being said, one lunch at a time. Let's get to it. So, Portia. We're resuming from Portia and Kelly's back and forth after K. Michelle and Portia had exchanged words very calmly, both of them, mind you, because y'all are talking about how Kay was calm with Portia, but hype with Drew, but Portia did the very same thing with Kelly. She was calm with K. Michelle, but she was hype with Kelly. And after Portia waved her finger in her face a couple times, that's when the wine glass entered the group chat. I don't know why y'all be like, y'all be watching a different show, and that's okay. I've accepted that at this point, but neither here nor there. So my first note is Portia, ... Kelly was not lying on you. She wasn't lying on you.
Hang it up, flat screen.
I'm so fucking over. You know what annoys me about Portia the most is that she just don't stand in her whole shit. She really don't. Like, that's what annoys me about Portia the most. If you want to be a hoe, just be a hoe. Be the best hoe out there. Just own your shit. As far as I'm concerned, I can't remember the name of the YouTuber, and I watched the video years ago. I don't remember, but the YouTuber had already linked Portia and Simon to be allegedly together years before, because she ain't finna sue me to get payments on the house. So yeah, allegedly. But they linked them up a year prior to us either meeting Simon and Fallon or to us seeing them on that scene, whatever it was. They were in the same places, taking pictures, not being, the most, covert with their dealings with each other. And I don't care what nobody says. If you're watching the show through a lens of, some people just watch reality TV for surface level stuff. But when you are a person who is analytical and critical, you cannot tell me that watching Portia and Simon fist bump I don't even need to go no further. Like, I've shown people that clip in conversations who haven't watched the show and saw that fist bump and said, yeah, they've dealt with each other before. So, you know what I'm saying? And then this is my thing too. A truth doesn't need preparation. It doesn't, like, the truth is the truth. So when you can't still to this day tell us your timeline and you're willing to go through the lengths of playing with Drew and her divorce, trying to link her to Dennis, when you knew damn well they were doing music because your ass was in the studio with them, your ass was hearing the songs. That's why you talking about some Shamin sound like Drew. Like, and that's why I'm on Drew and Angela, but we'll get there. We'll get there. Excuse me. As far as they are concerned. Because, like, Portia can be pretty. She could twerk all day long. Her and her 32 and counting teeth can smile and give all that glamour and beauty. She's still a dangerous person to be around. A dangerous woman. No Ariana Grande. So I just don't understand. I don't understand why y'all can't. I don't know. Because I be like, literally, when I go back and forth with people about certain situations when it comes to Portia, I'm like, would you trust her around your partner? And we got to say partner now because she'll take your nigga and your bitch. Hey, Sway. Hey, Candy.
Kissing lesbians.
Hey, LaToya. But at any rate, I hollered when Angela said in the confessional, it sounded like Portia don't know either. My next note that I have is Hobbit ? Tomato, 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 tomato. Not only are we recycling reads, which that kind of happened quite a bit during this episode, but it depends on how you land it. When Kelly said 265, I laughed at that. I think there was another reference to back in the day. And, you know, to expect these women to come on the show 20 years, the show is almost 20 years old, if not 20 years old, and expect them to not, you know, repeat or clap back to the past. Like, you know, it happens from time to time. Married to Medicine, Simone tried it with the whole, whoever's house looks nice and doesn't need to be power washed, you know, or pressure washed or whatever, trying to reference Mariah. So, I mean, that happens, but it's all in how you land it. And, like, Hobbit, when Britt said it, I kind of hollered a little bit because oh, okay, all right. But Portia, didn't really, Beef with me for K. Michelle. So that is the angle that Portia is taking at this time. She thinks that K. Michelle is beefing with her on behalf of Kelly, which is stupid to me because Kelly and K. Michelle came in not knowing each other. If I'm not mistaken, the only one that K. Michelle was even like comfortable enough with to want to bring her onto the show was Angela. I don't recall Kelly and K. Michelle having this long-standing relationship prior to. My next bulletin point, though, is I will smack a hoe. My God, today. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. Kelly, she give me a little firecracker. I do think she give me a little firecracker. And then also, like, even if that's not her, with everything she got going on personally, not that I want to see these women involved in physical altercations, because my stance was so strong on the Portia and Ken thing because I felt like this is a show where we read each other. If you want to fight, take that shit to Zeus. I really believe if you can't read, you can't hang, you need to go. Now, if somebody, you know, is, you know, coming at you, you know, self-defense is a thing. Or certain situations like, you know, we all know Giselle, that's a white woman, so she'll call the cops. But if Candace had got up on that reunion stage and slapped the blue off Giselle for playing with Chris the way she did, I wouldn't even, who saw it? Who did that? I wouldn't even see it. Like, you know what I'm saying? You playing with people's livelihood. I heard he lost job opportunities from that. Candace lost her embryos. Like, that's some shit that I can see you getting physical with somebody for.
Not today, Satan. Not today, neck. Not today, ankles. We don't have it.
Kenya. You know, I love me some Kenya. You know, my girl gone, so I ain't really got no dog in this fight. I do love me some K. Michelle, but not in the way that I would go up for like Kenya per se, because it's just K. Michelle's first season. I want to see how she is navigating versus how she navigated Love and Hip Hop. But neither here nor there, I say this to say, even though Kenya's my girl, if Kim Fields had got up out her chair and popped the shit out of Kenya after Kenya adjusted her chair in season 8, what can I say? By the way, y'all can stop bringing that up because Kenya has been on the Upshaws. Kenya and Cam Fields are cool now. They're okay. So y'all can stop bringing that shit up. But neither here nor there. Yeah, I can see Kelly giving Portia that business. And then for me with Portia, it's like, can she fight? Like, y'all be acting like she Portia Ali, but at the same time, I don't see Jamie, the assistant that she fought season 8. I just don't see her as like a fighter like that. I feel like Kenya felt like Portia was gonna get fired, and she actually was gonna get fired. Candy and Nene saved her job. I feel like if Kenya thought there was a chance she wasn't gonna get fired, I don't know if she would necessarily fought her on the screen because Kenya very much, last season she let that Patron get to it. But Kenya, on average, cares about her image and how she's portrayed. So she ain't finna be fighting on TV in a ball gown. But I do wonder, she might have called her later on at a later date. Had she had known she wasn't gonna be fired. Because she even said on the stage, get fired. So I think she just thought Portia was gonna get fired. She was like, whatever, she can pull my hair. Boom. Let me see her other altercations. Cynthia kicked her in the cooch. I ain't gonna lie, I think Cynthia might got them hands too, just a piece. And then as far as the Mexico brawl on her spinoff that was supposed to rehabilitate her image.
Oh, girl, you in the ghetto, girl. You in the hood now, baby. You in the hood now, baby.
I don't even know. It was so much going on watching that scene. But yeah, I don't know. We really haven't seen Portia fight like that. So when y'all act like she's this big, bad, physical altercation type of person, which is not something that y'all should be going up for on a show where we supposed to read each other and go to lunch and throw shade, but whatever. But neither here nor there. I don't know. I think Kelly might could give her their business. When she said 6'7" bitch. And I ain't gonna lie, when they said you got good nipples. K Michelle looking down at the nipples, I was hollering. Oh my God. So, my next bulletin point is Angela was real for acknowledging Drew's statement. Drew's comment towards K Michelle about not fitting in. I gave Angela some cool points for that because I ain't gonna lie, I love me some Angela season 1. I think I recall in the Kenya Moore episode that we did with my parents back on the podcast. Y'all check that out if y'all ain't seen it. Shameless plug. But I think I recall saying Angela is the closest we're gonna get to a Kenya Moore on the show. However, I do think Angela saw her perception on the show last season and is letting it get to her head. Like, I don't even think Sheree was this messy of a bone carrier to where every single scene she's trying to probe and get information. Like, calm down. I do want Angela to pump her fucking brakes a little bit. And Pinky even told her that in this episode. But we'll get to that. K Michelle saying, you don't run me and you don't run Atlanta. I thought that was an interesting comment. I do think when it comes down to the dynamics with Kay and some of the women, I do think there is some trauma there from dealing with Love and Hip Hop. Like, for those who don't know, Rashida and her crew, I don't know who all was a part of it. I'm pretty sure Rashida was. But in terms of like Toya, and I don't know if Candy had any involvement, I don't know who, but like they literally, it wasn't enough that Rashida refuted K Michelle's claims of abuse only for Memphis Hits to come out and get, abusive with Toya later on down the line, and Rashida to this day still not say, you know what, I was wrong, my bad, I apologize. But neither here nor there. They like blocked K Michelle from like getting, Atlanta is very who you know. So if y'all don't know that culture, you wouldn't know. But they ran her up out of there essentially. As far as like connections, it could be something as simple as getting your fucking hair done. Like, so I do understand her trauma when it comes to, being on the show. But at any rate, hold up. Yo, is that like a chicken bone or something? What the fuck? I just...
They tried to fucking kill me!
At any rate. Next bulletin point. Shamia has a beautiful family. And they have very strong genes. Like, I was like, oh, Shamia, like, her sister's light skin, but they look just alike. I did say, I wonder if Shamia / Gerald, really Gerald, I'm trying to spark this down a little bit, purchased her family's house. Their house is huge. I don't know what Shamia's mom and father do for work, but I wouldn't be surprised to hear that, that house was a joint effort as far as the purchasing, bills, mortgage, so on and so forth. Which might lend to her anxiety to give him a son. I did want to highlight, I love how even though they are heavily Christian based from what it seems, as far as her mother, I love how they didn't diss the Reiki because Pinky, her comment she made did piss me off about this is a cult. Y'all, what do y'all think Christianity is? Y'all do rituals all the time when y'all drink the blood of Jesus and eat his body or whatever the hell that damn communion bread is. Don't ask me. I ain't been Christian in over a decade. And that's no disrespect to anybody's religion. Get it how you live. Do you. But I don't like when black people do that ignorant ass shit. I really don't. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The same way people are coming at Pinky for her veganism. Like, I don't like that shit either. But neither here nor there. I put, for my next note, 2 sons, 2 daughters, 2 motherfucking late. Gerald shooting powdered peanuts. Y'all be doing all this IVF, all these fucking treatments, putting your body through shit, putting Shadina's body through shit. She got fucking cancer halfway through the pregnancy. You putting 5 women through failed in vitro. Baby, it's the nigga. It's the nigga. The sperm is dry. It's old as fuck. The sperm is ancient. The sperm marched with Martin Luther King Jr. and Carly Rae.
Truth of the situation is she marched with Martin Luther King in 1968. But you know.
Let it go. Oh my God. Shiloh and Shyla are beautiful. They got both of their daughters on track. And that's another thing too. Even if they're able to have this son, think about the health complications that they're going to have. Like, I really do wonder, is it in their contract or in their marriage, like, did they have an agreement that if Shamia's not able to give him a child, like, he's going to leave her, a son? I mean, it's so weird to me because the same father who wanted to call his wife while she was on a trip at work, essentially they're at work, she's on vacation, but she's at work. You wanted to call her about the AC that you could easily go and turn down your goddamn self instead of calling her, like as Bonnie Blue said. It wasn't even the fact that he notified her because they're both their kids. You should notify her, but it's the way he did it. He could have called and said, "Hey, we had an incident with Shiloh or Shia, whichever one it was, but I got it situated. You enjoy your time at Grenada. I just want to let you know." It wasn't that. It was, let me call her, and basically it was given, let me make her feel bad for leaving her. Y'all be single mothers and married mothers at the same time. And it's so fucking sad. It really is. But, like, that should tell you right there. It's just certain things with them that I don't like. Like, I'm off, the opulence. I love to see black women getting spoiled. I enjoy that. I enjoy it. When Shamia got her Rolls Royce, like, I was like, okay, yes, we're good. I didn't get too happy because I thought a lot of y'all, like Ronnie the Voice said, y'all forgot who the fuck Shamia is, Now, this season, it looked like she might be coming on into her own shit because she done called the whole group for a conversation and said, let me show y'all this new body. And then she got Angela ass together. I don't care what nobody says. Yeah, she walked off, but I really felt like they was, like she said in her post when she said production said leave because there's nothing getting done. There's nothing getting handled. The lady can't even give y'all a damn appetizer. Y'all can't even get that far into y'all's conflict to get an appetizer on the table. So I could see, like Shamia said on the post, production saying, just leave, it's fine. Especially since they were still outside talking their shit at their respective vehicles or whatever. With that being said, my next bulletin point, Them swatting them spiders at their house. Angela, why the fuck you ain't got them spiders up yet? And they big as fuck. They coming back with a vengeance. They got a bloodline. My God. My next bulletin point was Drew has time management issues. I think this has been a occurring theme. It's gotten worse over this season. Like, I feel like she has been late to over half the scenes. Over. And we're only on episode 9. I feel like she's been late more times than she's been on time. My next bulletin point was Phaedra weird. And then also Phaedra body comment to Kelly. Like, I want Phaedra to stop. Don't get me wrong. I don't think any of the women on this show are bad looking. I think even if they're not the prettiest, they are well put together. But Phaedra, we know what you used to look like, Creonta. Stop talking about people's looks. Like, I don't understand. I don't, my brain, it's not computing. I don't understand it. Kelly didn't pull the Cynthia in her confessions. Oh my God. Not Lil' Kim. Lil' Kim. Oh my God. She really don't wear no bra. 365, not 265. ... bitch. My next bulletin point was Phaedra really don't fuck with Apollo. Like, she taking shots at him. She did so. I don't remember about last year. Because I wasn't once Kenya was gone, I was gone. I just watched reviews. This one I'm trying to give a chance on the strength of K Michelle. And then I did want to see a little bit of what Pinky Cole was gonna bring. I think I've had Slutty Vegan before. I can't remember because I know that one time I pulled up in Atlanta and the line was out the door and I was like, oh no, I can't do this. But I do like vegan food. I partake in vegan food. I once was, as my college classmates would put it, a pesca vegan. Basically, I would do pescatarian diet, but I would do vegan. So, like, yeah, I would have shrimp and fish, but I would also, like, still not use butter and, animal byproducts and stuff. So, basically, I was like a vegan who ate seafood. But they called it pesca vegan, trying to be funny.
Bow, I'm dead. Yeah,
Phaedra done took shots at Apollo and his drinking and all types of shit. My God, today. You do a bid for your lady who is, owns a mortuary and you get caught defrauding people, dead people, and they ungrateful. Allegedly. I'm just saying. My next bulletin point. Derek, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
No, Reverend. Let her get her attention. Seems like she doesn't have much else.
I am so tired of Pinky Cole's husband. It don't even make sense. It is pissing me off. He pissed me off at the I had to humble you. He pissed me off at the you look good, babe. They told me. First of all, let's be very honest. You light skin and you mid. That's it. You're not that cute. You're a little dusty. And he do. Like, and then even his actions and the way he talks about his wife and stuff, like, he give a dusty ass nigga. The hell?
Now hold on now.
Oh, okay. He give a dusty ass nigga. Like, I really don't like Pinky Cole's husband. I don't. Then I put Della is so stinking cute, their daughter. Oh my, or Diella. She is so stinking cute. Oh my God. And one thing I will say is, excuse me, one way this feels like the old days of RHOA is the kids being involved and the girls embracing each other's children. I did like to see all of them hugging the kids, putting their beefs aside and stuff like that. Like, that was nice. I put for my next bulletin point, Cynthia, did you forget you fought Peach Juice? Like, anytime the women are confronting Cynthia with their experiences with Portia, it's like she catches amnesia on who the fuck Portia Williams, Guabadia, Stewart, almost McKinley is. Like, I don't fucking know. Cynthia all black look is a 10 out of 10. She did that in the confessional. I like that. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, sorry y'all. I had to let my roommates know I'm filming. So anyway, back to what I'm saying. Or back to what I was saying. My next bulletin point was Pinky and Angela must have bonded like a motherfucker. And then, I mean, they can always edit stuff out, but even when I saw the way that Pinky was looking when they referenced their feud or their back and forth, like, Pinky was, like, she was just receiving what they were saying. As far as them trying to say that, like, Pinky was the aggressor or whatever the fuck. So I was like, I mean, if she like it, I love it. I will say a month had passed since their argument, so maybe they were able to, you know, get back on a better track. I am of the belief that Angela wanted an issue with Pinky. Pinky brought a curt and straightforward tone to the conversation at the table that Portia started, by the way. Portia started that conversation with the women about the women that she don't even like that. Shamia and Kelly, she don't give a fuck about them. Why she care about their rooms and where they at? But at any rate, I do feel like Angela took that as a moment to go back and forth with Pinky. Pinky took it there in other ways as far as the attacking the physical looks and stuff. But I still, you know, that interaction and you think I give a fuck about you? It didn't leave a good taste in my mouth. And then Angela, I see a lot of people attacking Pinky looks online and stuff like that. A lot of y'all just give me kind of anti-black. I'm not feeling it. Especially due to the fact that this not Angela's first time where we side-eyeing her with certain comments. Flavor Flav. So, yeah. But, you know, I'm just saying. My next bulletin point says, I don't know, I like Kelly and Shamia's friendship. I know a lot of people say that it looks forced or, you know, they just friends because they want to really be friends with Portia. I don't think it's that. I think Kelly has a real disdain for Portia because she was cheated on in her marriage. And I feel like as far as Shamia goes, you know, had Angela never ran back and started the dissolution or dissolving of the relationship, had Portia and Shamia probably still been friends now? Maybe, but I mean, I think Shamia, it's awkward, but I don't know if she necessarily wants her back in the same way that they were friends. I don't think so. I think Shamia wants to be heard when she voices her complaints. And this is why I'm willing to give her a little grace for going around the room and maybe venting group last year and maybe venting about how she felt. I don't think she was trashing Portia, though, or talking badly about her. I think she was just venting about how she felt, about how she was being treated. That's happened before within my friend groups. We have multiple friends. One is trying to assess how to address the other with the other friend. Excuse me. Angela messy ass just happened to run it back. So, you know, what was my next thing, though? Not we know these women like to sleep with people's husbands. That is funny. Kelly is funny to me. I don't care. I like Kelly, and I like Kelly and Shamia's friendship. And then a lot of people, like I said, they say it's forced, but y'all need to remember Kelly and Portia, or Kelly and Phaedra, Kelly and Shamia were friends 2 years before filming, if I'm not mistaken. 2 years is long enough to make a best friend. I've had best friends that I've been friends with for 1 year. Now, I don't give the title away loosely, but we both put in the work. We both bonded. We've been on vacations together. We, you know, hung out, came and visited each other. Like, yeah, like you can make somebody can be your best friend in a year. That is possible. Did I think Britt and Kelly were best friends? No. Do I think K. Michelle and Portia were best friends? No. Now, do I think they were friends to an extent? Yeah. They shot each other out on pictures. Portia can say what she wants to say, but they were, you know, on a movie together, so they were at least comfortable enough with each other. You know what I'm saying? Somewhat of acquaintances. But neither here nor there. Let me go for it with my notes. I said Shamia strong as a bitch. Not one stutter when she picked up Kelly after they left that damn dental office. She ain't even, like, the legs ain't shaking or nothing. I was like, oh, Shamia's strong as a bitch. She might have got that damn BBL, but she's still working out. I can see. My next bulletin point was not the assistant saying Drew wig was lifting. And then I also said double stuffed Oreo. Not the new manager laughing. My next point, because Drew's scene, I just kind of on to the next. That's all I have for that. And I do like, my thing with Drew is I can't really connect with her authentically because I don't know when she's playing Drew Sidora from the game and when she being herself. I do like her album though, and I love her song I'm Not Smoking Anymore right now, but I do love her song 501 I got 501 on everything you do. That's my shit right there. And I like some of the songs from her album, and I was glad to see her get a Grammy nomination. It was a good piece of work. I have more songs on the album than I don't. Like, there's a couple I don't have, but for the most part, I have most of the album on my playlist. So, anyway, with that being said, my next bulletin point, I still know that she's huge and can beat my ass. K. Michelle, talking about Portia. And then I said, can she? And then I said, well, you know, she might be right. Because I ain't gonna lie. K. Michelle, you know, I'm not trying to say this to be mean. I'm just being honest. K. Michelle ass was just linking. So her ass was just leaking. I feel like I said Lincoln. So it makes sense why she took a little, you know, why she takes caution and concern. I would too because she Portia will get physical. At any moment. But I feel like they're both kind of on that time with each other. I think they both know because K. Michelle, yeah, we haven't seen her in a fight, but we did see her bop Mimi with the flowers. And we saw her throw the candle at Rashida. So Portia, at the very least, knows she will get an equal reaction from her. So my next bulletin point, Portia. These are not accusations. I'm getting tired of her ass. I'm getting so fucking tired of her. Let me get the camera back. Oh my God. I just want, I am so adamant about, even if you do treacherous ass shit, like go and get with somebody who, I don't give a fuck, they weren't best friends, okay, that's cool. She was pictured up with Fallon, Shamia, and herself. They were building some type of friendship. Yes, she brought on the show. We know how that works. But they were building some type of relationship. Even though they're still treacherous as fuck, I would respect it more if she would just stand in her wholeness and say, I didn't give a fuck. I wanted her nigga. I wanted the access, and I got it. And then I'm also confused on the access because $30,000 a month, and you was making $2 million alone on Housewives, not to mention all your other gigs. Like, Portia is...
Are you dumb? Or are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Are you dumb?
It's so weird because she like slow, ditzy, but manipulative, but still dumb. Not a friend contract. Long toes?
Okay.
Maybe that was just K. Michelle being funny. I don't know. At any rate, my next bullet point. Shamia on Ready for Big Ange. Rest in peace, Big Ange. But we know which Ange we talking about at this point. I said the server got me hollering. Hi, ladies. see us over here dragging. Why is you? Oh my God. And then she had me hollering too when Shamia said, I'm here to meet a tall lady with a size 12 shoe. Oh my God. Normally I'd be like, that's whack, because you know a taller woman. It's just like how people talk about Megan Thee Stallion. I'm like, she gonna be taller. Yeah, her shoe might be bigger. Like the Bigfoot shit, corny, tomato. But with Shamia and Angela, I feel like where I'm willing to let Shamia slide on the tall jokes a little bit and big jokes is like, Angela, and it may be the long game, but it's still fucking weird. Because let me say this. Even if Angela just played the long game this season and didn't give Portia an award last season after saying she would fuck her husband, I might be able to give her some lenience or some type of, okay, I see where you're going. But you gave her an award and you kissing up to her and shit and fighting her battles. You're being her lapdog. Angela, as much as I love Angela, she's the lapdog in lipstick this season. She is. Nonetheless, and that's my next bullet point. Angela can't call anyone a lapdog. She cannot. This is one thing that annoyed me about Sheree. Sheree was being a bone carrier for Kim, Zodiac season 2, KKK Kim, but she wasn't coming back and telling the other one what Kim was saying. It wasn't an equal thing. You know what I'm saying? And then my next bulletin point was Candy being brought up it's weird. It's weird to me. Excuse me. I know Shamia got up and like I mentioned earlier, I might not have flushed out the comment well. She said on social media, I got up because production told me the conversation's not going anywhere. And I mean, I feel two ways about that. I don't know. To be honest, we know reality TV is produced, especially if you're an avid watcher. So I don't know. I don't really give a fuck about the women, like, especially if they feel they need to clear their name, because I mean, they are recording 45 minutes to 3 hours, even more, of conversation, and it's getting condensed down to whatever narrative production wants to spin based on who they favor, who they dislike, so on and so forth. So I really don't even care about them coming out and like breaking the fourth wall. I can see them saying, y'all can wrap this up because it ain't going nowhere. Because Shamia and Angela, the tension was weird. The interaction was awkward. It just wasn't going nowhere. And then, hi ladies. The shit was taking me out. But I put Shamia won that one. I don't care what nobody say. Shamia won that. So with that being said, this is my second watch. I watched it with a friend. He ended up falling asleep, but I said, face ass is accurate and funny as fuck from K. Michelle talking about Drew. Because Drew really does do that. Like, she start a bunch of shit and then she be like, what? Me? Oh my God. And my same issue with Angela is my issue with Drew. You don't want to get buck with the lady who asked your husband how he liked to eat pussy or whatever Portia did last year. You want to have smoke for Shamia. Yes, Shamia did set up the interview. Now, that's a little stronger than Angela being mad at Shamia for laughing at the I'll fuck Charles comment from Portia. But even then, Portia took it this extra step, trying to get mess on you during your divorce proceedings, and also asked your husband how he liked to go down. It was something that she said, and I was like, again, Portia would get more points from me if she would just own her wholeness. You did this with Ralph last season to get revenge on Drew for filming with Dennis when you knew they were working on a fucking project and there was nothing going on between them. Dennis ain't even Drew's type. You see Ralph pinhead ass? Don't piss me off, Drew. Delusional. Pinky took me the fuck out on that fucking mid-season trailer. Anyway, my next bulletin point for my second watch, or my rewatch, I said Pinky was accurate in her assessment. And then I also put Pinky runs it back correctly and isn't afraid to be wrong. And I mentioned the Texas incident because as much as people was trying to paint her as aggressive on the same show where we've seen Portia get into multiple physical altercations Where we seen Kim and Nene straddle over Kim and damn near choke her ass. Now she also choked her off, but she did it off the camera. She said, "I was smart enough to do it off the camera. You wasn't." So I mean, like, aggression at this point, like, no, like, was Pinky straightforward and to the point? Yeah, but I don't think she was aggressive. And this is Cynthia, the same one who kicked Portia. No, I'm sorry, but this is the same one who kicked Portia in the puss. So, like, if Pinky was really getting aggressive with her, she would have been aggressive. Like, that's just, again, that's a narrative that y'all want to spin, and y'all just pulled that out of y'all ass. So for people to act like it's so much far-fetched for K. Michelle to be plotted on or to be made to look like something, and the ladies working on that behind the scenes, I don't know why y'all question shit like that. We've seen how Giselle gets down, and she's in the mid-trailer meeting up with, of all people, Portia. So it's very much on brand. She did the same shit with Drew last season to avoid discussing Simon after she said, Portia Williams? No. Portia Gabadia? Yeah. And you came on divorced. So instead of talking about that, and again, just owning your shit, and that's the reason why she left season 13, because she didn't want to be accountable for being, like, I don't see how y'all don't be connected in dots. She gonna make up lies because she don't like accountability. She gonna sit there and play with forks and knives when Shamia tries to have a conversation with her on camera about things that she's feeling or ways that she's feeling the type of way or whatever. Like, she's gonna get loud with Kay, or not necessarily loud, but what she's gonna say is, if you didn't want to be friends, just say that, instead of addressing what K. Michelle is bringing to her. So this is Portia Williams. She don't like accountability. Next case. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with y'all.
She always positions herself as such. Portia lied on Candy, and she's like, oh my God, I can't believe you lied to me, Phaedra. Portia's always the victim. Portia attacked Kenya with I think snatched the scepter out of her hand and attacked her while she was on stage at the reunion in a gown. Then she starts flailing her body down on the floor. Carlos King has to come and pick her up and get her out. Oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I can't believe I just embarrassed myself like that. Portia's always the victim. Portia attacked Cynthia while Cynthia was sitting her ass down on that boat. Carlos King, or whoever the producer was, had to lay his body weight, his full body weight on top of Portia to subdue her, to control her. Because y'all know Portia likes to act like the Incredible Hulk. She gets very She-Hulk on the girls when she's good and ready. She thinks that it's WrestleMania on RHOA. She's crying and she's falling apart. She's the victim. That's her. It's perpetual victimhood with Portia Williams, okay?
My next bulletin point was Drew inserted herself as far as the K. Michelle and Portia back and forth. She literally, like, K. Michelle mentioned Black, but Drew was like, why are you mentioning his name? Girl, that's your side nigga. What did you even getting that up in arms about? But then we supposed to believe that you're not with him. Drew it don't be making sense with me. And it just... Delusional. Next bulletin point. I said, now, Shamia, don't hate on the apple jelly, because apple jelly is good. Now, I mean, I still take strawberry and grape over apple jelly, but apple jelly is good. I think it's me because one time I was high and I made this apple jelly sandwich with bacon and, like, it was so good. So I might be a little jaded, but apple jelly is good. Don't be hating on the apple jelly. I'm with Tawana, her sister. I also said I love Tawana's shirt. I don't know, I don't care, and I don't give a fuck. I love that. My next bulletin point, then it's funny as fuck, when they was in that, when Portia said extra cheese, extra ham. See, now I believe Shamia is getting her body done and working out. I don't know if Portia is necessarily getting her body done and working out. Cause, child, where was they even at to be getting extra cheese and extra ham? I don't know about it. It was like when they, when I think about Portia and fitness, it's like when they started off for her last season running with a face full of makeup on. I was like, I don't know if Portia acted like this. Then she was talking about her joints hurt and shit. So, I don't know, girl. One thing my friend clocked is Kelly looks like LaToya. Not LaToya, I'm screaming. Not LaToya from here, but LaToya, the singer. That was once a part of Destiny's Child. And I was like, I can't unsee it now. LaToya Potter. By the way, shout out to Kelly. I really like the fact that she's taking her maiden name and taking her power back. And if those children have his last name, I hope she does the same and changes them, because he don't give a fuck about them kids. You will see how a man really wants to be there for your kids when y'all asses start giving them your last name and give them a 5-year limit and see if they're still active parents. And then maybe we could talk about putting your name on it or hyphenating it. I don't believe in giving up your name because, bitch, you the one who could die giving birth. So, I mean, like, it don't even make no damn sense to me. Y'all just be doing this old traditionalism shit. And these niggas just want a kid just to have a legacy and somebody to pass on the DNA to. They don't mean they want to be active parents. It don't mean they gonna know their birthday, zodiac sign, what they allergic to, what they like food-wise, don't like, so on and so forth. But nigga, either here nor there, niggas gonna need. I don't know. Again, I said, fuck Derek. And then, so Niecy Dixon said that if a woman has like boxed eyebrows or very small eyebrows, that's a red flag. She also said another red flag that was unlocked when she was talking with Taria on their collaboration video on the We Go podcast. Y'all go check them out. But she said when a nigga got big ass veneers like black, them big ass teeth. She said another red flag too, but I'ma call in another red flag. When your name spelling isn't like for instance, Derrick, Derrick. No. If it's not Derek, I have questions. And maybe somebody can educate me on why there's a variation there. I don't know, but I just don't. Like, oh my God, whose name? Oh, I was watching Abbott Elementary, and Barbara's child finally had the baby, and they named her Zara. And I was turning to my friend, and I said, why the fuck they named her Zahra? Like, take that H out. You know, another red flag, or maybe orange flag, a nigga that's named after a nigga in the Bible. They're going to be named after somebody in the Bible and give you hell. Don't do it. Don't do it. So anyway, my next bulletin point was, most importantly, loves my children. When Kelly said that, like, I was like, I'm not, I've been watching my Erica De Niro as of late. So I'm not really, like, hell, I'd be thinking, and before I started watching her, I was having thoughts of being, like, aromantic. Like, I don't, I'm okay with the love that people give me on a friendship level and familial level for those that I do fuck with. I'm okay with that. I don't really need a relationship. I don't trust people like that. There's a whole bunch of reasons why, but I did say I truly hope this relationship works for Kelly, especially with everything she's been through. Like, her husband, like, the fact that he threatened her in court, like, I know he's been taking her through there. Because if you're willing to do something in public like that, in front of the judge, like, I believe her when she said she was having to hide in closets and call 911 and just having the kids be around that. Like, that's just, like, I hope Kelly finds peace. I really do think she does. I hope she does. My next bulletin point was drink on the job, trashing Drew on live, physical altercation in Chicago. Drew, what the fuck? Who are you hiring? Like, physical altercation, you gotta go. Trashing me on live, you gotta go. Drinking on the job, I ain't gonna be as judgmental because, child, I used to be a bartender. Child, sometimes they get on my nerves. But I will say, like, drunk on the job is crazy. I will say that. I'm a judge there. Drew, who the fuck you hiring? I don't understand. My next bulletin point, I said Pinky looks cute at lunch. The Pink, she said, giving you Betty Boop. She looked really cute. All of them look pretty, though. Next, I said Portia giving me season 9 vibes with this whole pastor situation. I just don't believe it. And at this point, with every lie that Portia has concocted that has never come through to be true, the whole Peter paying his waitresses and penis, season 8, like season 9 speaks for itself alone. The way that she moves with people and navigates her friendships, her family, to see her go off on Londi, her cousin, may she rest in peace. And then when she realized how she looked on the spinoff, she went to the bathroom, or after she went to the bathroom and realized how she was going to look on camera, she adjusted herself and came back and was like calm. And it was like, oh, it's a whole different person. Like, she's psychotic. Yeah, Portia is just like, her credibility is not there. You can't throw out something like this and be Portia Williams, Guabadia Stewart 265, and I'm going to believe you. You need concrete proof. Not saying Kelly is above it, but I don't believe it. It doesn't sound believable to me. I'm not buying it. And then I said my next bulletin point, Shamia is dead ass right. And that's why, I'm not gonna lie, going back to what I just said, that's why I'm willing to give K. Michelle a little bit of grace in how she's going about navigating this plot. I mean, it might not even necessarily be a plot. It might just be, oh, these bitches know I'm on this TV show. They're trying to bring up old shit. So maybe calling it a plot was a little strong. I don't know, but I don't put nothing past Portia. I don't. The oysters comment was weird to me. Not even the oysters, but referencing it as a vagina in the scent, like, and I'm a K. Michelle fan, so I know, once K. Michelle made that face, I was like, And then when she said in the premiere, we're not gonna beef with Drew, are we? Like, there's been little comments that Portia has made here and there. And then Drew made a face with the whole oysters comment. Again, they could be producing this. It could be edited a certain way, but I think if anybody's going to be protected with editing, it's going to be Portia and whoever falls in line with her. So Drew, the OGs, that crowd. So if we see something that looks less than favorable of them, I'm just going to believe that's how it went, because there's no incentive to protect them. Just like with Giselle and Chris and Candace on RHOA or RHOP. If Chris had, or Deborah, whoever they was trying to link with Chris with and allege that he was trying to flirt with them, fill up on them, whatever, there's no incentive for them to protect Candace on Real Housewives of Potomac, because there's never been. So if Chris did anything to Deborah or was staring at Mia, they would have shown it, because there's no incentive. Giselle is their favorite. That's who they're going to protect. Just like Portia is the favorite on RHOA. So that's what they're going to protect. And manipulate storylines to bend in their favor and perspectives and all that types of shit. But at any rate, my next bulletin point was Shamia's dead ass right. Hi ladies. I'm weak. It's taking me out. And then I said Shamia swung Angela every which way. When Shamia said, use your discernment to bottom houses. When Shamia said, use your discernment to see who you really got issues in this group with. And then my final bulletin point was towards Angela, and I said Gerald nor Charles are male models. I'm just saying. I don't want no smoke, Charles. Now, I'm going to go out fighting if somebody want to fight. I'm just saying. But I don't want no smoke, Charles. But I'm just saying. Gerald, no Charles are winning any beauty contest no time soon. So her trying to come for Gerald's looks, I was like, yeah, you lost. Shamia won this. Even if she did walk off, I don't think she's lying, but if she was lying about production saying it's time to go because y'all ain't going to resolve it anyways, she won. So, but as far as I'm concerned, that is my assessment of the show. This episode 9. Y'all let me know what y'all thought down below. What did y'all think about the cast so far? Whose side are y'all on? For me, it's just about, this is what I'm watching and this is what I'm seeing. I do love me some K. Michelle, but if she's wrong, I call her ass to the corner too, and the carpet. That prenup, a lack thereof. Kay, why would you, no. As Kelly and Phaedra said on this episode, the person you marry is not the one you divorce. And especially being that y'all had a rushed marriage situation, just so you could say you was a housewife, I would have. And then there's the thing too, if Caston got his own business and stuff, it should have been nothing to say, okay, yeah, we need to go get married so I can get on the show, but we're going to get a prenup. But they can't do a post-up, so hopefully they do. I don't know. As far as the rest of the season goes, we'll just have to see. Y'all tell him to get rid of all the ladies that y'all are the one that y'all are talking about on social media. So that's a little crazy. Because the OGs ain't doing shit as far as I'm concerned. Hell, Cynthia, the only OG really working. Hell, give Phaedra a friend of, and Cynthia, well, child, I really don't care to see Phaedra at all. But I mean, if we had to keep her, give Phaedra a friend of, and Cynthia needs to be the anchor. Because Portia can't do it. It ain't working. Portia's puppets, it's not fun to watch. So, yeah, I'm glad that Shamia, Kelly, and Pinky have such a strong character as K. Michelle on their side, since that's what it is, a house divided. But yeah, we'll see what episode 10 and thereon brings. And yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think down below. If this gets enough interaction, I might do a reaction for episode 10. We shall see. But yeah, we'll see y'all later. Editing Tyson here. Now, full transparency, I try not to watch any reviews until I do my own if I'm going to review something. I got Jamie's pulled up. That's Jamie, that's me. And then I saw Bonnie Scotch's title, and I forgot to address that. Why the fuck? This is why I'm saying Shamia won. You trying to bring up Charles knowing that Shamia in the streets? So that means Charles in the streets. Angela, what the fuck? What? Oh my God. Can we take it back to you're a whore? Can we take it back to your mouth has mouth on it? Because your mouth has mouths on it. Because I'm not, this ain't landing how you think it's landing. Why would Charles know that Shamia in the streets? Because if she in the streets, then so is he. I'm so confused. I don't, but whatever. Y'all hate Shamia, so. But yeah, y'all. Peace.